Nice little mustache, so handsome. And he says to me,
"Are you the lady of the house, Madame Germaine Lauzon?"
And I said, "Yes, that's me." And he said,
"Good, I've brought your stamps."
Oh, Linda, I was so excited, I didn't know what to do. Well, the next thing I know, these two guys are bringing in these boxes, and the other one's standing there giving me this speech. Oh, Linda, what a talker, and such manners. I know you'd have liked him.
So, what did he say?
I was so excited I can't remember. He said that the company he works for was real happy that I'd won the million stamps, and that I was a real lucky lady, and me? I was speechless. I wish your father had been there. He could have talked to him. I don't even remember if I thanked him.
That's a lot of stamps to glue. 4 boxes? 1 million stamps?
Oh, well, it's just the 3 boxes, because the other one's booklets. But I have this idea, Linda. We're not going to paste all these stamps alone. Are you going out tonight?
Yeah, Robert's supposed to call me.
Can't you put it off till tomorrow? I had this idea. I called my sisters, and I called your father's sisters, and I went and spoke with all the neighbors, and I invited them to come here tonight to help us paste the stamps. Isn't that a great idea? I'm gonna have a stamp pasting party. Oh, I went out and bought some peanuts, and your little brother went out to get some Coke.
Ma, you know I always go out on Thursdays. It's our night out. We're gonna go to a show.
You can't leave me alone on a night like this. I've got 15 people coming.
Are you crazy? You'll never get 15 people in this kitchen. And you can't use the rest of the house. The painters are here. Jesus, Ma, sometimes you're really dumb.
That's right. Put me down. Fine then. You go ahead, Linda. You do as you please. You always do anyway. It's nothing new. Me, I never get any pleasure. Someone's always got to come and spoil it for me. Go ahead then, Linda. Go out tonight. Go to your goddamn show. Jesus Christ almighty, I am so fed up.
Come on, Ma, be reasonable.
I don't want to be reasonable. I don't want to hear about it. I kill myself for you. And what do I get in return? Nothing. A big fat nothing. You can't even do me this little favor. Well, I'm telling you, Linda, I am getting sick of picking up after you. You and everyone else around here. I'm not your servant, you know. I've got 1 million stamps to paste, and I'm not about to do it by myself. Besides, these stamps are for the whole family. That means everyone's got to do their share. Your father's working tonight, but he says if we don't finish, he'll help us tomorrow. I'm not asking for the moon. Help help me for a change instead of wasting your time with that jerk.
Robert is not a jerk.
Oh no, he's a genius. When are you gonna realize, Linda, that your Robert is a bozo? He can't even make $60 a week. All he can do is take it to the local movie house on a Thursday night. Ugh, take it from me, Linda. You keep hanging around with that dope and you're gonna end up just like him. You wanna marry a shoe gluer and be a strapper the rest of your life?
Shut up, Ma. When you get sore, you don't know what you're saying. Anyway, forget it. I'll stay home. Just stop screaming, okay? And by the way, Robert's due for a raise soon, and he'll be making lots more. He's not as dumb as you think.
Oh, yeah.
Even the boss told me he might start making big money soon because he'll be in charge of something. You wait. $80 a week is nothing to laugh at. Anyways, I'll go phone him and tell him I can't go to the show. Hey, why don't I tell him to come and pay stamps with us?
Mother of God! I just told you I can't stand him, and you want to invite him here tonight? Where are your brains? Oh, what did I do to make God in heaven send me such idiots? Oh, just this afternoon, I sent your brother out for a bag of onions. He comes home with a quart of milk. It's unbelievable. You gotta repeat yourself 10 times around here. It's no wonder that I lose my temper. Oh, I told you, Linda. This party's for girls. Just girls. Your Robert's not queer, is he?
Okay, Ma, okay, don't flip your wig. I'll tell him not to come. Jesus, you can't do a thing around here. You think I'd feel like gluing stamps after working all day? Why don't you go dust in the living room, eh? You don't have to listen to what I'm about to say. Hello, may I speak to Robert? When do you expect him? Okay, will you tell him on the phone? Bye, Madame Bergeron and you. That's good. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye. Hello? Ma, it's for you.
20 years old and you still can't say one moment, please, when you answer the phone.
It's only Aunt Rose. Why should I be polite to her?
Would you be quiet? What if she heard you?
Who gives a shit?
Hello? Oh, it's you, Rose. Oh, yeah, they're here. How about that? 1 million of them. Well, they're sitting right in front of me and I still can't believe it. 1 million. 1 million. Well, I don't know how much that is, but who cares? A million's a million. Oh, yeah, they sent a catalog. Well, I already had one, but this one's for this year, so it's lots better. The old one was falling apart. They've got the most beautiful stuff. Wait till you see it. Oh, it's unbelievable. And I think I can take everything they've got. I'm gonna completely refurnish the house. I'm getting a new fridge and a new stove and a new kitchen table and chairs. I think I'll take the red one with the gold stars. I don't think you've seen that one yet. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, they've got pots and pans and utensils and a complete set of dishes. And salt and pepper shakers. Oh, you know those glasses with the caprice design? Well, I'm taking a set of those too. Madame de Corval bought a set last year and she paid a fortune for them. But mine will be free. She'll be mad as hell. Oh, what? Yeah, she'll be here tonight. Oh, they got those chrome tins, you know, the ones for coffee and flour and sugar and such. Oh, I'm taking it all. I'm getting a colonial bedroom suite, complete with accessories. Well, there's curtains and dresser covers and one of those those things you put on the floor beside the bed? No, dear, not that. And new wallpaper. Yeah, no, not the floral. Henri can't sleep with flowers. I'm telling you, Rose, it's going to be one beautiful bedroom. When in the living room, oh, wait till you hear this. I'm getting a big TV with built-in stereo. And synthetic nylon carpet. And real paintings. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, those Chinese ones I've always wanted. The ones on the velvet. Oh, and get a load of this. I'm going to have the same crystal platters as your sister-in-law, Aileen. Well, I'm not really sure, but I think mine are even better. Oh, there's lamps and ashtrays, and I guess that's it for the living room. Oh, there's an electric razor for Henri to shave with. Yeah. And new shower curtains. Who cares? We'll put one in. It all comes with the stamps. There's a sunken bathtub. Oh. And new sinks, yeah. And bathing suits for everyone. No, Rose, I am not too fat. Don't get smart. Now listen, I'm gonna completely redo the kids' rooms. Have you seen the stuff they've got for kids' bedrooms, Rose? It's fabulous. They got Mickey Mouse all over everything. And then for Linda's room, I'm gonna, well, sure, you could just look at the catalog. But come over right away, huh? The others will be here any minute. I told them to come here early because, I mean, it's gonna take forever to paste all those stamps. Oh, I gotta go, Rose. Madame Henriette just arrived. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Bye. Oh, there she is, Madame.
Oh, Madame Lazan, I just can't help it. I am jealous.
Oh, I know what you mean. It's a big event. Oh, but please excuse me, Madame Henriette. I'm not quite ready. I was on the phone with my sister Rose. We can see each other across the alley. It's real handy.
Is she coming too?
Oh, she wouldn't miss this for love nor money. But while you're waiting, why don't you come over here and have a seat? And you can look at all the beautiful things they have in the catalog. And I'm taking it all, Madame Henriette. The works, the whole catalog.
You wouldn't catch me having luck like that. Fat chance. My life is shit, and always will be. 1 million stamps, a whole house. If I didn't bite my tongue, I'd scream. Typical. The ones with all the luck least deserve it. What did Madame Lazan do to deserve this, eh? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. She's no better looking than me. In fact, she's no better, period. No, these contests shouldn't be allowed. The priest the other day was right. They ought to be abolished. Why should she win 1 million stamps and not me? Why? It's not fair. I work too. I got kids too. I have to wipe their asses just like her. If anything, my kids are cleaner than hers. I work like a slave. It's no wonder I'm all skin and bones. Her, she's fat, like a pig. And now I get to live next door to her, and the house she gets for free. It burns me up. I can't stand it. What's more, there'll be no end to her smart-ass comments, because it'll all go straight to her head. She's just the type, the loudmouth bitch. We'll be hearing stories about her goddamn stamps for years. No, I have a right to be angry. I don't want to die in this shit while Madame Fatso here goes swimming in velvet. It's not fair. I'm sick of knocking myself out for nothing. My whole life is nothing. A big, fat zero. and I haven't a penny to my name. I'm fed up. I'm fed up with this stupid, rotten life.
This stupid, rotten life. Monday.
When the sun with its rays starts caressing the little flowers in the fields, and the little birdies open wide their little beaks to send forth their little cries to heaven.
I get up and I fix breakfast.
Toast,
Coffee.
Bacon, eggs.
I nearly go nuts trying to get the others out of bed. The kids leave for school. My husband goes to work.
not mine. He's unemployed. He stays in bed.
Then I work. I work like a demon. I don't stop till noon.
I wash dresses, shirts, stockings, sweaters, pants, underpants, bras.
The works. I scrub it, wring it out, scrub it again, rinse it. My hands are chapped. My back is sore. I curse like hell.
At noon, the kids come home. They eat like pigs. They wreck the house. They leave.
In the afternoon, I hang out the wash, the biggest pain of all. When that's finished, I start the supper.
They all come home.
They're tired and grumpy.
We all fight.
But at night,
We watch TV.
Tuesday.
When the sun with his rays,
I get up and I fix breakfast. The same goddamn thing.
Toast,
Coffee.
Bacon.
eggs.
I drag the others out of bed. I shove them out the door. Then it's the ironing.
I work.
I work.
And I work.
It's noon before I know it, and the kids are mad because lunch isn't ready. I fix some bologna sandwiches, and I work all afternoon.
Supper time comes, we all fight, but at night we watch TV.
Wednesday, shopping day. I walk all day. I break my back carrying parcels this big. I come back home exhausted, but I still gotta make supper.
when the others come home, I look like I'm dead. I am. My husband bitches, my kids scream, we all fight.
But at night, we watch TV. Thursday, Friday, same thing. I work, I slave, I kill myself for my pack of morons.
I spend the day Saturday tripping over the kids and we all fight, but at night we watch TV.
Sunday, we go out, the whole family. We get on the bus and go for supper with the mother-in-law.
I have to watch the kids like a hawk, laugh at the old man's jokes, eat the old lady's food, which everyone says is better than mine. At night, we watch TV.
I'm fed up with this stupid, rotten life.
This stupid, rotten life.
This stupid, rotten life.
This stupid.
On my last trip to Europe,
There she goes with her Europe again. We're in for it now. Once she gets going, there's no shutting her up.
I only wish to say that in Europe, they don't have stamps. I mean, they have stamps, but not like these ones. Only letter stamping stamps.
That's no fun. So they don't get presents like us? Sounds pretty dull to me, Europe.
Oh no, it's very nice to smile.
Mind
at.
you, I got nothing against the stamps. They're useful. If it weren't for the stamps, I'd still be waiting for that meat thing that I grind my meat with. No, what I don't like is the contests.
But why? They can make families happy.
Maybe, but they're a pain in the ass for the people next door.
Madame Brulette, your language. I speak properly, and I'm none the worse for it.
I talk the way I talk. And I say what I got to say. I never been to Europe. So I can't afford to talk like you.
Hey, you two, cut it out. We didn't come here to fight. You keep this up, I'm crossing the alley and going home.
What's taking Jermaine so long? Jermaine!
I'll be there in a minute. I'm having trouble getting into my... but I'm having trouble. Is Linda there?
Linda! No, she's not here.
I think I saw her go out a while ago.
Don't tell me she snuck out the little bugger.
Well, can we start pasting stamps in the meantime?
No, wait till I get there. I gotta tell you what to do. And don't start till I get there. Chat for a bit.
Chat for a bit? What are we gonna chat about?
Call
soon.
Linda, telephone! So, Madame Longpre, how does marriage agree with your daughter, Claudette?
Oh, she loves it. She's having a ball. She told me about her honeymoon, you know.
Where did they go to?
Well, he won a trip to the Canary Islands, eh? So, you see, they had to...
Ooh,
put
the
wedding
Canary
away.
Islands. A honeymoon in bird shit, eh?
Oh, come on, Rose.
What?
The Canary Islands, where's that?
We stopped by there, my husband and I, on our last trip to Europe. It's a it's a very pleasant country. The women only wear skirts.
Ooh, the perfect place for my husband.
And I'm afraid that the natives are not very clean. Of course, in Europe, people don't wash.
It shows too. Look at those Italians next door to me. You wouldn't believe how that woman stinks.
Did you ever notice her clothesline on Mondays?
No, why?
Well, all I know is this. Those people don't have any underwear. Oh,
You're kidding. I don't believe it.
you gotta be joking. It's the God's truth. Take a look for yourself next Monday. You'll see.
No wonder they stink.
Well, maybe she's just too modest to hang them outside.
Modest? A European? Oh, they don't know what it means. Just take a look at their movies you see on TV. It's appalling. They stand in the middle of the streets and kiss. On the mouth, too. It's in their blood, you know. Take a look at that Italian's daughter when she brings her friends around. Her boyfriends, that is. It's disgusting what she does, that girl. She has no shame. Which reminds me, Madam Ouimet, I saw your Michelle the other day.
Not with that slut, I hope.
Oh, I'm afraid so.
You must be mistaken. It couldn't have been him.
I beg your pardon. Those Italians are my neighbors, too. The two of them were on the front balcony. I suppose they thought no one could see them.
It's true, Madam Ouimet. I saw them myself. I tell you, they were necking like crazy.
Bastard! As if one pig in the family weren't enough. By pig, I mean my husband. Can't even watch a girl on TV without getting work done. Damn sex. That's all they ever think about, those womettes. They're all alike. And they just go on and on.
Rose, you don't have to tell the whole world.
But we're very concerned.
Yes, we are.
And getting back to my daughter's honeymoon.
Hello, girls! Thanks for coming. So, what have you all been talking about?
Oh, Madame Longpre was telling us all about her daughter Claudette's honeymoon.
Was she? Hello, dear.
What was she saying?
Sounds like they had a great trip. They met all these people. They went on a boat, visited some islands, the Canary Islands, of course. Went fishing, caught fish this big. Ran into some couples they knew, some old friends of Claudette's, and they came back together. Oh yes, they stopped over in New York. Madame Longpre was giving us all the details. Isn't that right, Madame Longpre?
Well, as a matter of fact.
Oh, well, Madame Longpre, you tell your daughter that I wish her all the best. We weren't invited to the wedding, but we wish her well anyway.
Hey, almost 7. The rosary.
Oh, my novena to St. Therese. I'll get the radio out of Linda's room.
What does she need with St. Therese, especially after winning all that?
Maybe she's having trouble with her kids.
Oh no, she would have told me.
God damn it, where'd she put the friggin' radio?
I don't know, Gabby. Our sister usually keeps things to herself.
Not with me, she tells me everything. Well, you, of course, you're such a blabbermouth.
You've got a lot of nerve. What do you mean blabbermouth, Gabrielle Jourdain? My mouth's no bigger than yours.
Oh, come off it. You know you can to keep a secret.
Never with you.
Wasn't it you, Madame Ouimet, who said we didn't come here to quarrel?
You mind your own business. Besides, I didn't say quarrel. I said fight.
What's going on out here? I can hear you from the other end of the house.
Nothing. It's our sister again.
Oh, relax, Rose. You're supposed to be the life of the party. No fighting tonight.
You see, in our family, we say fight.
The third luminous mystery, the proclamation of the kingdom. To become a child in relation to God is the condition for entering the kingdom. For this, we must humble ourselves and become little. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee.
What? Oh my God! My sister-in-law, Teresa's mother-in-law, just fell down 3 flights of stairs!
Did you hurt yourself, Madame de Boom?
Oh, shut up, Rose, she's probably dead!
Are you alright, Madame de Boom? Wait a minute, let me get the wheelchair off of you. Is that better? Now I'm gonna get you back into your chair. Come on, Madame de Boom, make a little effort. You go lift like that on purpose.
Hail Mary, full of grace,
Ow!
the Lord is with thee.
Here, I'm
Blessed
going
art
to
thou
let me
among
give you a
women,
hand.
blessed is the fruit of thy womb.
Thank you, Mademoiselle, that makes me so kind.
Jermaine, turn off the radio. I'm a nervous wreck.
But what about my Novena? How far have you got? Well, I've done 7, but I promised to do 9.
Pick it up Saturday tomorrow and you'll be finished by Saturday.
No, it's not for 9 days, for 9 weeks. Oh my God! I hope she doesn't work bad.
No, she's used to it. She falls out of her chair 10 times a day. All out of breath. It's no joke hauling this thing 3 flights of stairs. You got something to drink, Jermaine?
Gabby, you can get Therese a glass of water, eh? How are you today, Madame de
Oh, don't get too close, Jermaine. She's been fighting lately.
Well, you're not kidding! She's dangerous! How long has she been doing that?
Turn off that radio, Jermaine. It's getting on my nerves. I'm too upset after what's happened.
It's all right, Therese. I understand.
Honestly, you don't know what it's like. I'm at the end of my tether. You can't imagine my life since I got stuck with my mother-in-law. It's not that I don't love her, poor woman. I pity her. But she's sick and so temperamental. I've got to watch her like a hawk.
How come she's out of the hospital?
Well, you see, Mademoiselle Barrett, 3 months ago my husband got a raise, and so now welfare won't pay for his mother anymore. If she'd stayed there, we would have had to pay all the bills ourselves.
That's awful.
Dreadful.
We had to bring her home. It's some cross to bear, believe me. Don't forget, that woman is 93 years old. It's like having a baby in the house. I have to dress her and undress her and wash her.
God forbid.
You poor thing. No, it's no fun. Why, just this morning I said to Paul, he's my youngest, Mama's going shopping, so you stay here and take good care of Granny. Well, when I got back, Madame Dubuque had dumped a whole quart of molasses all over herself and was playing in it like a kid. Oh, I had to wash the table and the floor and the chair. Oh,
And what about Madame de Book?
I left her like that for the rest of the afternoon. That'll teach her. If she's going to act like a baby, I will treat her like one. Oh, do you realize I have to spoon feed her?
Oh, my poor Therese. How I feel for you.
You're far too good, Therese.
Much too good. I agree.
What can we do? We all have our crosses to bear.
If you ask me, Therese, you got a heavy one.
Oh, well. I don't complain. I just tell myself, our Lord is good. He is going to see me through.
Oh, I can't bear it. It makes me want to weep.
Don't overdo it, Madame de Courbe.
All I can say, Madame Dubuque, is you are a real saint.
All right, now, you've got your booklets and you've got stamps. We'll put some water in the saucers now, and then we can start pasting. But we don't want to spend the night yakking. If Linda were here, she could help me. Linda!
And then you come see Madame Lausanne in the morning. She'll give you some candy and peanuts if there's any left, eh? All right. Be a sweetie now. You tell Linda to get home this minute! That little bitch, she promised to stay home.
Their kids are all the same.
Oh, you can say that again. Oh, they got no respect.
Oh, you're telling me. Oh, at our house, it's unbearable. Ever since my son Raymond started his cours classique, he's changed something awful. We don't recognize him. He walks around with his nose in the air like he's too good for us. He speaks Latin at the table. And we have to listen to his awful music. Can you imagine classical music in the middle of the afternoon? And when we don't want to watch his stupid TV concerts, he throws a fit. Oh, if there's something I hate, it's classical music.
Ah, you're not the only one.
Oh, I agree. It drives me crazy. Clink, clank, bing, bong, bang.
Of course, Raymond says we don't understand it. As if there's something to understand. Oh, just because he's learning all that nonsense at school, he thinks he can treat us like dirt. Oh, I'd have a mind to yank him out and put him to work.
Kids are so ungrateful. Kids are so ungrateful.
All right now, ladies, I want you to make sure you fill in those booklets. Stamps on every page, huh?
Relax, Jermaine. It's not as if we haven't done this before.
Isn't it getting a bit warm in here? Maybe we could open the window a bit.
Oh, no! Not with the stamps. It'll make a draft.
Relax, Jermaine. They're not birds. They won't fly away. Oh, speaking of birds, last Sunday I went to see Bernard, my oldest. Well, you wouldn't believe how many birds he has. The house is like one big bird cage. And it's all her doing, you know. She's nuts about birds. And she won't kill any, too soft-hearted. But surely to God there's a limit. Listen to this. It's a scream. I'm telling you, the woman's nuts. I joke about it, but really, it's not funny. Anyway, last Easter, Bernard brought home this bird cage for the two kids. Some guy at the tavern needed money and sold it to him cheap. Well, the minute he brought it in the house, she went bananas. Fell head over heels in love with his birds. No kidding. She treats them better than she treats her kids. Anyway, of course, in no time at all, the females started laying eggs. And when they started to hatch, Manon thought they were so cute. She didn't have the heart to get rid of any. You gotta be crazy, eh? So she kept them. The whole flock. God knows how many she has. I've never tried to count them. But Jesus, every time I set foot in that place, I nearly go out of my mind. But wait, you haven't heard anything yet. Every day, around 2, she opens up the cage, and out come all her stupid birds. Oh, what happens? They fly all over the house, they shit all over everything, including us, and we run around after them trying to clean it all out. Of course, when it's time for them to go back in the cage, they don't want to go. They're having too much fun. So Manon starts screaming at the kids, "Hey, you kids, catch Mama's little birdies. Mama's too tired." And the kids go charging after the birds, and the place is a friggin' circus. Me? Oh, I get the hell out. I go sit on the balcony and wait till they've all been caught. And those kids, God, brats. Oh, I like them okay. They're my grandchildren. But Jesus, do they drive me nuts. Our kids weren't like that. Say what you like. Young people today, they don't know how to bring up their kids.
You said it.
That's for sure.
I mean, take the bathroom. Now, would we have let our kids play in there? Well, you should have seen it last Sunday. The kids went in there like they were going about their business. And in no time flat, they turned the place upside down. I didn't say a word. Manon always says I talk too much. But I could hear them all right, and they were getting on my nerves. They took the toilet paper and they unrolled the whole goddamn thing. Minot just yelled, "Look, you kids, Mama's gonna get angry." I bet that did. They didn't pay any attention. They just kept right on going. I'd have skinned them alive, the little buggers. And were they having a ball? Bruno, the youngest? Can you imagine naming a kid Bruno? Anyway, Bruno climbed into the bathtub, fully dressed and all rolled up in toilet paper and turned on the water. Listen, he was laughing so hard he nearly drowned. Oh, he was making boats out of soggy paper and the water was running all over the place like a real flood. Well, I had to do something. I mean, enough is enough. So I gave him a licking and I sent him to bed.
That's exactly what they needed.
Their mother raised a stink, of course, but I'll be damned if I was going to let them carry on like that. Manon, the dimwit, she just sits there peeling potatoes and listening to the radio. Oh, she's a winner, that one. I guess she's happy. The only thing she worries about are birds. Poor Bernard. Sometimes I feel sorry for him being married to that. He should have stayed home with me. He was a lot better off.
Isn't she a riot? There's no stopping her.
Oh, never a dull moment with Rose.
Oh, well, I always say, when it's time to laugh, might as well have a good one. Every story has a funny side, even the sad ones.
You're damn if you can say that, Madame We Met. It's not everyone. We understand, dear. It must be very hard for you to laugh with all your troubles. You're far too good, Madame Dubuc. You are a good person, always thinking of others.
That's right. You should think of yourself sometimes. You never go out.
I don't have the time. When would you have me go out? I've got to take care of her. Oh, if that was all.
Don't tell me there's more, Therese.
If only you knew. Oh, now that my husband's making some money, the family thinks we're millionaires. Well, just yesterday, a sister-in-law of my sister-in-law's came knocking on the door with her hand out. Well, you know me. When she told me her story, it broke my heart. I gave her some old clothes that we didn't need anymore. She was so happy, weeping with gratitude. She even kissed my hands. Oh, I'm not surprised. You deserve it.
Madame Dubuc, I really admire you.
Oh, don't say that. No, you deserve it.
You most certainly do, Madame Dubuc. You deserve her admiration, and I assure you, I shan't forget you in my prayers.
Well, I always say that if God put poor people on this earth, they've got to be encouraged.
All right, now, instead of stacking the finished books on the table, we'll put them back in the box, eh? Give me a hand, Rose. We'll take out the empty books and we'll put in the full ones.
Sounds good. Oh my God, look at all these books. We gotta fill them all tonight.
Well, sure, why not? Besides, not everyone's here yet.
Oh, who else is coming, Madame Lazon?
Well, Rihanna Bebeau and Angeline Sauvé are coming after the funeral parlor. An old girlfriend of Mademoiselle Bebeau's has a daughter whose husband died. I think his name was Barry or something.
Not Rosaire Barry.
Yeah, I think that's it.
But I knew him well. I went out with him, for God's sake. And how do you like that? I could have been a widow today.
Guess what, girls? I got the 8 mistakes in last Saturday's paper. It's the first time I got them all. I've been trying for 6 months. So I sent in the answer and...
Did you win anything yet?
Do I look like someone who ever wins anything?
Hey, Charmaine, what are you going to do with all these stamps?
Didn't I tell you? Well, I'm going to redecorate the whole house. I'll get the catalog. Oh, there it is. Take a look at this, Therese. Have a look at all the beautiful things in there. And I'm going to take everything for nothing.
Nothing? You mean it's not going to cost you a cent?
Not a cent. Aren't these contests wonderful?
That's not what Madame Brulette said a while ago.
What do you mean?
Madame de Courval, really?
Come on, Madame Brulette. Don't be afraid to say what you think. You said earlier you didn't like these contests because only one family wins.
All these lotteries and contests are unfair. I'm against them.
Just because you never won anything.
Maybe, but they're still unfair.
Unfair my eye. You're jealous, and you said so when you walked in the house. Well, I don't like jealous people, Madame Bruyette. I don't like them one bit. As a matter of fact, I can't stand them.
In that case, I'm leaving.
Oh, no, don't go, please. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm all nerves tonight. I don't know what I'm saying. Well, just forget it, okay? Of course, you have every right to your opinion, every right. Only just sit down and keep pasting.
Our sister's afraid of losing one of her workers.
Rose, don't stick your nose where it don't belong.
I can't even open my mouth. What's eating you?
All right. I'll stay. But I still don't like them.
Well, I figured out the mystery charade in last month's Chatelaine. It was very easy. My first syllable is a Persian king.
Onassis?
No, a Persian king. It's a Shah.
That's a Persian?
Why, of course.
I guess that's his tough luck.
My second is for killing bugs. No one? Raid.
My husband's a worm. Do you think it'd work on him?
She's nuts with all this stuff, eh? And the whole thing is a social game.
Woo! Spin the bottle!
Rosalie, shut up for a minute. Scrabble?
Oh, come now. It's simple. Raid. Charade.
What's a charade?
Of course, I figured it out in no time. It was so easy.
So did you win anything?
Oh, I didn't bother to send it in. I just did it for the challenge. Besides, do I look like I need to win things?
Well, I like mystery words, hidden words, crosswords, roundabout words, bilingual words, all that stuff with words. It's my specialty. I'm a champ, you know. I've beaten all the records and I enter all the contests. Costs me $2 a week just for stamps.
So did you win yet?
Do I look like somebody who's ever won anything?
Madame, you book! Oh, now you've spilled it. That is the last straw.
Oh, you don't fool around. Aren't you afraid you're gonna hurt her?
No, she's used to it. It's the only way to shut her up. My husband figured it out. If you give her a good bash on the head, it seems to knock her out for a little while. And that way she stays in her corner and we get some peace.
When my daughter Claudette came back from her honeymoon, she gave me the top part of her wedding cake. I was so proud. It's a lovely piece. A miniature sanctuary all made of icing. It's got a red velvet stairway leading up to a platform, and on top of the platform stand the bride and groom. 2 little dolls all dressed up like newlyweds. There's even a priest to bless them, and behind him an altar, and it's all icing. I've never seen anything so beautiful. Of course, it cost a lot for the cake. I mean, after all, 6 levels. Oh, but it wasn't all cake. No, that would have cost a fortune. Just the first 2 levels were cake. The rest was wood. But it's amazing, eh? You would never have guessed. Anyway, when my daughter gave me the top part, she'd had it put under this glass bell, and it looked so pretty. But I was worried it might spoil, you know, without air. So I took my husband's glass knife. He has a special knife for cutting glass, and I cut a hole in the top of the bell, and now the air stays fresh, and the cake won't go bad.
Me too. I took a stab at a contest a few weeks ago. You had to come up with a slogan for some bookstore. I think it was Hatchet or something. Anyway, I thought I'd give it a try, and this is what I came up with. Hatchet, it will chop the cost of your books.
Oh,
Not bad, eh?
Yay! But did you win anything?
Oh, do I look like somebody who's ever won anything?
By the way, Rose, I saw you cutting your grass this morning. You should buy a lawnmower.
4. I was doing fine with my scissors. Besides, it keeps me in shape.
You were puffing away like a steam engine.
I'm telling you, it's good for me. Anyway, I can't afford a lawnmower, and even if I could, it'd be the last thing I'd buy.
I'll be getting a lawnmower with my stamps.
Her and her stamps, she's starting to get on my nerves.
What do you need a lawnmower for on the 3rd floor?
I never know. It might come in handy. And besides, we might move one day.
I suppose she's going to tell us she needs a new house for all the stuff she's going to get with her lovely stamps.
You know, probably gonna need more space for all the stuff I'm gonna get with my stamps. But Rose, if you want, you can borrow my lawnmower.
I don't need your lawnmower. Anyway, I'd probably bust it, and I'd spend the next 2 years collecting stamps just to pay you back.
Don't be smart.
isn't she something? Can you beat that?
I guess the mystery voice on the radio. It was Duplessis. Actually, my husband figured it out because it was an old voice. I sent in 25 letters just to make sure that they got it. And for extra luck, I signed my youngest boy's name, Paul Dubuque.
Did you win anything yet?
Do I look like someone who's ever won anything?
Say, do you know what my husband's gonna get me for my birthday?
Ooh, same as last year. 2 pairs of nylons.
No, sirree. A fur coat. Of course, it's not real fur, but who cares? I don't think real fur's worth buying nowadays. The synthetics they make are just as nice. In fact, sometimes nicer.
Oh, I disagree.
Sure, we all know who's got a fat mink stole.
Well, if you ask me, there's no substitute for authentic, genuine fur. Incidentally, I'll be getting a new stole in the autumn. The one I have now is 3 years old, and it's starting to look, well, a bit ratty. Mind you, it's still mink.
Shut your mouth, you bloody liar. We all know your husband's up to his ass in debt because of your big stoles and trips to Europe. She's got no more money than the rest of us, and she thinks her farts smell like perfume.
Madame Jodoin, if your husband wants to buy my stole, I'll sell it to him cheap. Then you'll have real mink. After all, between friends.
Do you know the inflated objects game in the paper, the one where you have to guess what the objects are? Well, I guessed them. They were a screw, a screwdriver, and some kind of bent-up book.
So?
You know Daniel, Madame Robitaille's little boy? He fell off their 2nd floor balcony the other day. Not even a scratch. Isn't that something?
Don't forget, he landed in Madame Turgeon's hammock. And Monsieur Turgeon was in it at the time.
That's right. And he's going to be in hospital for 3 months.
Speaking of accidents, I heard a joke the other day.
Well, aren't you going to tell us?
No, I couldn't. It's too racy.
Oh, come on, Mademoiselle Verrat. We know you've got a stack of them.
No, I'm too embarrassed. I don't know why, but I am.
Don't be such a tease, Mademoiselle Verrat. You know darn well you're gonna tell us anyway.
Well, all right. There was this nun who got raped in the alley.
Ooh, sounds good.
And the next morning they found her in the yard, a real mess. Her habit pulled over her head, moaning away. So this reporter comes running over to her and says, "Excuse me, sister, but can you tell us something about this terrible thing that's happened to you?" Well, she opens her eyes, looks up at him, and in a small voice says, "Again, police."
comes to sell her brushes every month.
Oh,
I think
honestly.
she likes him more than his brushes.
Manager Glenn.
Well, one thing's for sure, Mademoiselle Verrette has more brushes than anyone else in the parish. Hey, I saw your boyfriend the other day. He was sitting in the restaurant. Must have been to see you, eh?
Yes, he was, but I can assure you there is nothing between us.
Oh, yeah, that's what they all say.
Really, Madame Bubette, you are always twisting things to make people look bad. Monsieur Soeurs is a very nice man.
Oh, yeah? But who's to say you're a nice lady?
Oh,
Don't get angry, I'm just pulling your leg.
then don't say things like that. Of course I'm a nice lady, a thoroughly respectable one, too. Oh, by the way, the last time he was here, Monsieur Soeurs, he was telling me about a project he had in mind, and he asked me to extend to you all an invitation. He wants me to organize a demonstration next week at my house. He chose me because he knows my house. Yeah, it'll be a week Sunday, right after the rosary. I need at least 10 people to attend so I can get my gift. You know, those fancy cups they get to the one who holds demonstration? Fantasy Chinaware! Oh, you should see them. They're gorgeous. They're souvenirs he brought back from Niagara Falls. They must have cost him a fortune.
Oh, you bet we'll go, eh, girls? I love demonstrations. Any door prizes?
Oh, I don't know, I suppose. Maybe. Anyway, I'll provide snacks.
Oh, that's more than we get along around here. We'd be lucky to see a glass of water.
Oh, Madame Luke, if you don't stop that, I am going to lock you in the bathroom for the rest of the evening.
The first time I saw him, I thought he was ugly. It's true, he's not good looking. I opened the door, he took off his hat, and said, "Would you be interested in buying some brushes, madame?" I slammed the door in his face. I never let a man in the house. You never know what might happen. The only one who gets in is the paper boy, and that's because he's far too young to get any wrong ideas. Well, a month later, my friend with the brushes came back. There was a terrible snowstorm outside, so I let him stand in the hall. Once in the house, I was frightened. But I told myself, he doesn't look dangerous, even if he wasn't good looking. He's always so well dressed, not a hair out of place. He's a real gentleman and so polite. Well, he sold me a couple of brushes, and then he showed me his catalog. Oh, there was one that I wanted, but he didn't have it with him, so he said I could place an order. Ever since then, he's been back once a month. Sometimes I don't buy a thing, he just comes in and we chat for a while. He's such a nice man. And when he speaks, you forget that he's ugly. He knows so many interesting things. A man must travel all over the province. I think I'm in love with him. Oh, I know it sounds crazy. I only see him once a month, but it's so nice when we're together. I'm so happy when he comes. I never felt this way before. Men have never paid much attention to me. I've always been unattached. But he tells me about his trips and all kinds of stories. Some of them are a bit risque, but honestly, they're so funny. And I must admit, I've always liked stories that are a bit off-colored. And it's good for you to tell them sometimes. Not all his jokes are dirty, mind you. Some of them are clean. And it's only lately he's been telling me the spicy ones. Ooh, sometimes they're so dirty. I blush. The last time he was here, he took my hand when I blushed. I nearly went out of my mind. My insides went all funny when he put his big hand on mine. I need him so badly. I don't want him to go away. Sometimes, just sometimes, I dream that we're married. I need him to come and see me. He's the first man that ever cared about me. I don't want to lose him. I don't want to. If he goes away, I'll be all alone again. And I need someone to love. I need a man.
There you are.
I was at the restaurant.
I know you were at the restaurant. You keep hanging around there and you're gonna end up like your Aunt Pierrette in a whorehouse.
Will you lay off? You're making us stink over nothing.
I asked you to stay home.
Look, I went to go get cigarettes and I ran into Lee's.
That's no excuse. You knew I was having company. Why didn't you come home? You do this on purpose, Linda. You do this just to make my blood boil. You want me to blow my stack in front of my friends? Is that it? You want me to swear in public? Oh, Jesus Christ Almighty, you've succeeded. But don't you think you're off the hook yet, Linda Lozon? I'll deal with you later.
Now is not the time to bawl her out to me.
Rose, you mind your own business.
So I'm a little late. My God, it's not the end of the world. It's my fault, Madame Lozon.
I know it's your fault. And I've told Linda 100 times not to run around with tramps. But do you think she gives a damn? Sometimes I'd like to strangle
Now,
her.
Germaine. Rose, I told you, stay out of this. It's their business. It's nothing to do with you.
Get off my back. What's with you anyway? Linda's getting bawled out. She hasn't done a goddamn thing.
It's none of our business.
Leave her alone, Aunt Gabby. She's only trying to defend me.
Don't you tell me what to do. I'm your godmother.
You see what she's like? Day in and day out. I didn't bring her up to act this way.
Now that you mention it, how do you bring up your kids?
You should talk. Your kids, I want to
Go on, Aunt Rose. Tell her you're the only one who can give it to her good.
Oh, you're siding with your Aunt Rose now, are you? You forgot about what you said about her earlier, eh? You forgot about that? Well, go ahead then, Linda. Tell your Aunt Rose what you said earlier.
That was different.
Why? What did she say?
Well, she answered the phone when you called earlier, right? And she was too rude to say, "One moment, please." So I told her she should be more polite with you.
Shut up, Ma. That has nothing to do with it.
I want to know what you said, Linda.
She said, it's only Aunt Rose. Why should I be polite with her?
I don't believe it. You said that?
I told you I was mad at her.
I never thought that of you, Linda. There, you've let me down. You've really let me down.
Let them fight it out themselves, Rose.
You bet I'll let them fight. Go on, Germaine. Knock her silly, the little brat. You know something, Linda? Your mother's right. If you're not careful, you're going to end up like your Aunt Pierrette. I've a good mind to slap your face.
Oh, just you try it. You don't lay a hand on my kids. If they need a beating, I'll give it to them. Nobody else.
Will you please stop with this bickering? I'm tired.
Lord, yes, you're wearing us out.
Wake up my mother-in-law and get her going again.
Well, she's your problem, Therese, not mine. Why didn't you leave her at home?
Oh, Germaine Lazon.
She's right. You don't go to parties with an 93-year-old cribbo.
Oh, no. Well, didn't I just hear you tell your sister to mind her own business?
You keep your big nose out of this, you stuck-up bitch. Shut your yap and keep hasting, or I'll shut it for you. Gabrielle,
Oh, for God's sake, Madame de Bouc! Shit, my tablecloth.
She soaked me, the old bag.
Oh, that's not true. You're not even close.
Sure, call me a liar right to my face.
Rose, we met. You're a liar.
Oh, no, she's on the floor again.
Can someone give me a hand?
Not me, no way.
Oh, pick her up yourself.
Oh, I'll help you, Madame de Bouc.
Thank you, Madame Salvarez.
And as for
snob, as if nothing had happened. Ah, yes, we're not good enough for her.
It's like living in a barnyard. Leopold told me not to come, and he was right. I should have stayed home. We don't belong with these people. Once you tasted life on an ocean liner and have to return to this, well, it's enough to make you weep. I can still see myself stretched out on a deck chair, book of the month in my lap, and that lieutenant who was giving me the eye. My husband says he wasn't, but he didn't see what I saw. That was some man. Perhaps I should have encouraged him a little more. And Europe. Everyone there is so refined and so much more polite than here. You never meet a Germain Lazan in Europe, never. Only people of substance. In Paris, you know, everyone there speaks so beautifully, and there they talk real French, not like here. I despise every one of them. I'll never set foot in this place again. Leopold was right about these people. These people are cheap. We shouldn't mix with them, shouldn't talk about them. They should be hidden away somewhere. They don't know how to live. We broke away from this, and we must never, ever go back. Dear God, they make me so ashamed.
I've had it. I'm leaving.
The hell you are. I'm warning you, Linda.
I'm warning you, Linda. Is that all you know how to say?
Linda, don't be stupid.
No, I'm leaving. I've listened to enough crap for one night.
I forbid you to leave.
Will you stop screaming down there? We can't hear ourselves think!
Hey, you! Get back in your house!
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, yes, you were. I'm just as loud as the rest of them.
You get back in here, Rose.
Pay no attention to her!
I'm gonna call the cops.
Oh, right ahead. We need some men up here.
Rose, we men get back in this house this minute. And as for you, Linda,
I'm leaving. See ya.
she's gone. She just walked out. Oh, I don't believe it. Oh, that kid'll be the death of me. I'm gonna smash something. I'm gonna
Jermaine,
smash
control
something.
yourself.
Oh, embarrassing me like this in front of my friends. Oh, my own daughter. I'm so ashamed.
Come on, Rome. Come on, Jermaine. It's not that bad.
Hey, what is it, Mademoiselle Sophie? How are you doing? Hello, sweetheart. How are you?
Jermaine, they're here. Go blow your nose and stop crying.
Not bad, thanks.
Where are you off to?
I was going back to a restaurant, but now that you're here, I think I'll stay. Hello, everybody.
Oh, Madame Lausanne, what an awful climb. I'm all out of breath.
We'll have a seat.
Oh, you're out of breath? Don't worry, my sister's getting an elevator with her stamps.
Very funny, Rose. Linda, go and get some more chairs.
Where there aren't any more.
Go ask Madame Bergeron if she'll lend us some.
Come on, Lisa.
And we make peace for now, but you wait till these people have left.
I'm not scared of you. If I came back, it's because Mademoiselle Sauvé and Mademoiselle Bibo showed up, not because of you.
Oh, here, take my seat, Mademoiselle Bibot.
You're supposed to sit next to me.
No, sit down here, Mademoiselle.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you
Very, very much. I see you're pacing steps.
We sure are. A million of them.
Dear God, a million. How are you getting on?
Oh, not bad, but my tongue's paralyzed.
You've been doing it with your tongue.
Oh, of course not. She's just being smart.
Good old Beau, sharp as a tack.
Why don't we give you a hand?
Okay, as long as you don't give us some tongue.
Don't be vulgar.
So, how was it at the funeral parlor?
I tell you, it came as a shock.
But I thought you hardly knew him.
I knew his mother, so did you, remember? We went to school together. I watched that man grow up.
Such a shame.
Gone
just like that. And us, we're still here.
Ah, but not for long.
Riona, please.
I know what I'm talking about. You can tell when the end is near. I've suffered. I know.
When it comes to that, we've both had our share. I've suffered too.
I've suffered a lot more than you, Angeline. 17 operations. A lung, a kidney, one of my breasts. Gone! I'm telling you, there's not much left.
With me, with my arthritis that won't let up. But, Madame, what was her name again? The wife of the deceased. She gave me a recipe, says it works wonders.
But you've tried everything. The doctors have all told you there's nothing you can do. There is no cure for arthritis.
Doctors? Doctors? I've had it with doctors. All they think about is money. They bleed you to death and go to California for the winter. You know, Briona, the doctor said, Monsieur, what was his name again? The one who died.
Monsieur Barry.
That's it. I can never remember. Anyhow, the doctors told Monsieur Marie that he had nothing to worry about. And look what happened. Only 30 years old.
30 years old, that's young to die.
He sure went fast.
She told me how it happened. It was so sad.
She did? I wasn't there. How did it happen?
When he got home from work on Monday night, she thought he was looking a bit strange. He was white as a sheet. So she asked him how he felt. He said he felt okay, and they started supper. Well, now the kids were making a fuss at the table. And Monsieur Barry got mad and had to punish Roland. That's his daughter. Of course, after that, he looked like he was ready to drop. She said she didn't take her eyes off him for a second. But she told me later it happened so fast she didn't have time to do a thing. All of a sudden he said he felt funny and over he went, his face right in the soup. That was it.
Lord have mercy. So sudden. I tell you, Riona, it's frightening.
Isn't it the truth? We never know when God's going to come for us. He said it himself. I'll come like a thief.
Don't talk that way. It scares me. I don't want to die that way. I want to die in my bed, have time to make my confession.
Oh, God forbid that I should die before confessing. Angeline, promise me you'll call the priest the minute I'm feeling weak. Promise me that.
Oh, you know I will. You've asked me that 100 times. Didn't I get in there your last attack? You had communion and everything.
Oh, I'm so afraid to die without the last rites.
What do you have to confess, Riona?
Don't say that, Angeline. Don't ever say that. We're never too old to sin.
Oh, if you ask me, you'll go straight to heaven. You have nothing to worry about. Hey, did you notice Burrell's daughter? How much she's changed? She looked like a corpse.
Isn't it the truth? Poor Roland, she's telling everyone that she killed her father. It's because of her, you see, that he got mad at supper. Oh, I feel so sorry for her. And her mother. What a tragedy. Such a loss for everyone. They'll miss him so.
You're telling me the father. Mind you, it's not as bad as the mother, but still.
True, losing a mother is worse. You can't replace the mother.
Did you see how nice he looked? A young man. He was even smiling. I could have sworn he was asleep. But he's better off where he is now. You know what they say. It's the ones who stay behind that most deserve the pity. Him? He's fine now. Ugh, I still can't get over how good he looked. It was almost like he was breathing.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
But I can't imagine why they put him in that suit.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice? He was wearing a blue suit. You don't do that when you're dead. A blue suit is much too light. Now, navy blue would be okay, but powder blue? Never. When you're dead, you wear a black suit.
You know, maybe he didn't own one. They're not that well off, you know.
Dear God, you can rent a black suit. And Madame Morill's sister, in green, at a funeral parlor. And did you notice how much she's aged? She looks years older than her sister.
She is older.
Oh, don't be silly. She's younger.
No, she isn't.
Riona, Madame Morilla is 37 years old. Her sister.
She's well over 40.
No, she isn't.
She's at least 45.
That's what I'm telling you. She's aged so much. She looks years older than her sister. Anyhow, my sister-in-law, Rosamie, is 36 years old, and the two of them went
Well,
to school.
anyway, it doesn't surprise me she's aged so fast. What with the life she leads?
I'm not sure they're all true, all those stories.
They must be. Madame Marie tries to hide it because it's her sister. But the truth always comes out. It's like Madame Lausanne and her sister Pierrette. Now, if there's one person I can't stand, it's Pierrette Perrin, a shameless hussy. Nothing but shame to her whole family. I'm telling you, Angeline, I wouldn't want to see her soul. It must be black as coal.
Raona, deep down inside, Pierrette's not all that bad. My sister, Pierrette. I haven't had much to do with her in a long time. Not after what she did. When she was young, she was so good and so pretty. And now, she's nothing but a whore. My sisters and I were nuts about her. We spoiled her rotten. And look what it got us. I don't understand. Papa used to call her his pepper pot. He was crazy about his little Pierrette. And when he would put her on his knee, you could tell he was happy. And the rest of us weren't even jealous.
We'd say, she's the youngest. It's always that way. It's the youngest who gets the attention. When she started school, we dressed her like a princess. Oh, I was already married, but I remember it like it was yesterday. She was so pretty, like Shirley Temple. Oh, and so quick at school. Not like me. I was always lousy at school. I was the class clown. That's all I was ever good for. But her, that little bugger, she was always bringing home prizes. First in French, first in arithmetic, first in religion. Yeah, religion. She was pious as a nun, that kid. And the sisters were nuts about her. Oh, but to see her today, I almost feel sorry for her. Oh, she must hurt sometimes. She must find it so lonely.
When she finished school, we asked her what she wanted to do. She wanted to be a teacher. She was all set to begin her training. And then she met her Johnny.
Goddamn Johnny.
He's the devil out of hell. It's all his fault she turned out the way she did. Goddamn Johnny.
Goddamn Johnny.
What do you mean, not all bad? You've got to be pretty low to do what she did. Do you know what Madame Longpre told me about her?
No, what?
Oh, ow!
Beat her brains out if you have to, Therese, but do something.
Oh, sure, beat her brains out. Look, I'm trying everything I can to keep her quiet. I'm not gonna kill her just to make you happy.
If it was up to me, I'd throw her off the balcony.
What? Say that again, Rose. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I was just talking to myself.
Oh, you're scared, eh?
Me? Scared?
Yeah, Rose, scared.
Oh, don't tell me there's going to be another fight.
Has there been a fight?
Oh, who was fighting?
Oh, we should have come sooner.
I am not going to put up with this. She insulted my mother-in-law, my husband's mother. There they go again.
Oh, she's so old, she's useless.
Rose, that's cruel. Aren't you ashamed?
Rose, we met. I will never forgive you for those words. Never.
Ah, piss off.
Who had a fight?
Oh, you want to know everything, eh, Mademoiselle Sauvé? You want all the gory details?
Madame, you bet.
So you can blab it all over town, is that it?
Rose, we met. I don't lose my temper often, but I will not allow you to insult my friend.
I'll just grab a few more while no one's looking.
Fine, I've said enough, I'll shut up.
Don't be afraid. Take that.
Aren't you overdoing it a little? Oh,
That just put this in.
You know that guy who runs the meat shop? Oh, what a thief!
Hi, everybody.
Pierrette! Greetings, Aunt Pierrette! Oh my God, Pierrette! What are you doing here? I told you I never want to see you again.
Well, I heard my big sister Germaine had won 1 million stamps, so I decided to come over and have a look. Well, I'll be goddamn